Because Chrisean Rock's kid, Chrisean Jesus Porter, is almost 2 years old and still unable to walk, talk, or hold his head up, fans have been concerned ever since she made news. Even though Croissant's behaviors during her pregnancy are mostly to blame for his sickness, Sis continues to act rudely and live in denial about it. Since she showed him the world, there has been this disaster. Everything began when Chrisean uploaded a video of herself holding up her 4-month-old child. She was displaying really high levels of emotion in this video. In addition to talking about the joys of parenthood and her child's brilliance, they were also observing the boy's head movements, his cat-like screeching, and his poor hand-eye coordination, all of which were signs of a medical problem. An anxious person said, "Chrisean Rock is denying Junior." While on his stomach, he should be able to hold his head and chest, but he isn't getting better, nor does he coo or smile. "He is still meowing in this way," she added, adding that the only things he can detect are her unpleasant body odor and the smell of marijuana, a feline with inadequate hand-eye coordination. Since she is aware of these blogs that show off her kids, I'm starting to think she's attempting to convey something along the lines of, "He's so smart, he's so intelligent." Like, girl, he's doing things babies at 1 to 2 months old can do, not 4 now, of course. Advocates of Croissant hurried to her defense, saying that whatever problems her child might have had were entirely hereditary. Please tell me why, considering that you all know so much about a baby that you don't have, you all use this app to constantly pretend to be physicians without degrees. How has the infant been diagnosed? The rumors regarding Crohn's drug use throughout her pregnancy are unfounded because there is ample proof that Chrisean did use drugs during her pregnancy. The child's alleged father and Sean's lover, Blueface, even stepped out and expressed his views. Despite your lack of knowledge about that girl, the few TV clips you do see demonstrate that many parents have children with exceptional problems, and most of them aren't caused by drugs or alcohol. Chrisean Jr. voiced his worries about his health in a recent post, writing, "My son is not healthy because she drank, smoked, and got hit her whole pregnancy. She couldn't even take 1 month off." Let's discuss Chrisean Jr.'s meowing and weeping sounds, which give the impression that he is in pain and distress. Chrisean Jr. is showing symptoms of either fetal alcohol syndrome or CRATE, according to the child's extensive online research on the infant's health. A few months ago, when Crow went live on Instagram to address the criticism she received for wearing a big tattoo of Blueface's mugshot on her face, people couldn't help but notice Junior's dramatic wailing in the backdrop. The poor infant sounded as though he was having difficulty breathing.
You feel me? Because obviously he outside, he not happy. I'm outside and not happy. So that was the whole, process of okay. I'm sorry. Why your feelings be hurt like that? Okay. You have me crying.
I've never heard a baby cry so loudly in my life. Crone was more concerned with keeping that damn face safe after reading a terrified mother's post than she was with halting her live stream to assist her infant. Before the birth of the child, Charleston White made a video in which he concerned that Chrisean's newborn child would be born too soon. Even if it seemed cruel and absurd at the time, it seems that the guy was right to gamble $5,000 that the child would not survive at all, and another $2,000 that, if he survived childbirth, the infant would have autism.
Put up $5,000 that Blueface and Chrisean Rock have a baby. Let's start making bets now. Come on now, I'm calling. I got $5,000 that Chrisean Rock and Blueface have a baby. Baby gonna be dumb and they not gonna have a healthy baby. I got on it right now. I got $2,000. I got a side bet that the baby don't make it. I got a $2,000 side bet that they baby don't make it. Who wanna bet? If it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be autistic. Or if it ain't be autistic, it's gonna be a mute baby.
immediately. After Quan started sharing live recordings of Junior, people started comparing his facial traits to those of a child with fetal alcohol syndrome. His speech, eyesight, low birth weight, delayed growth, and, most crucially, his small eye-opening, small skull, and low nasal bridge were all reviewed. That baby's cries sound like he's screeching, and now you know why. There are concerns that Chrisean Jr. may be blind due to his eye problem, which is characterized by his lack of eye movements and fixed focus. However, many individuals have written these assertions off as internet myths because there is no medical evidence to support them. Crone has admitted that the behavior of her child is normal for a baby. Interview.
Playing football, everything. Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with, what he look like, what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God, and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that, so I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest. But I like this, bro. You know why? Because all the glory to God, bro. Like, y'all gonna be looking real stupid.
But the most recent footage of Junior has raised concerns once more. For your information, the child is nearly 2 years old. A Google search reveals that children at this age can recognize things, follow basic commands like picking up a toy, run and walk stably, climb stairs, and begin to compose two-word sentences. What does Chrisean think of the situation as a whole? He's doing great, she continues, but I'm really annoyed with a user named Chrisean Rock because your baby clearly needs some professional help and early intervention, but that would require admission of purposeful drinking and unhealthy living. She denies that she is to blame for the harm she caused to her unborn child during your pregnancy. This is problematic because Blueface has publicly referred to her as a mother on several occasions, especially while discussing Junior's lack of hernia surgery. Since she is unfit, she has been postponing the surgery and skipping the appointment. Thus, she is now not the only terrible parent in their relationship. In order to demonstrate to the world that Crow was a mother, he posted Junior's hernia on social media, but
why did you post the photo of the hernia? Because that blew the internet up.
It was taking too long. It was taking too long.
What was?
The hernia.
For her to get care?
Yeah, it was taking way too long. I wasn't notified until maybe a week after she had the baby. And then I'm telling her, like, how, she sent me the picture and I'm looking like, how is this okay for you? Like,
when he posted that, I didn't look at the photo
Let me
because
put my feet up, though.
you sent him the photo because what? Like, explain to me.
Because it's his son, y'all. I'm like, he texts my phone about, you doing this, little baby. I'm like, bro, your son is about to go under anesthesia for a big hernia. Can I just at least get a little bit, like, do you care about our son's life right now, bro? Like, this is what it looks like. I'm not capping. Can you calm down? I didn't know he was going to post.
Blueface's mother, Carissa, has publicly expressed her concerns, or maybe more appropriately, her heartache, about the health of her grandson. She says she couldn't tell when she saw the youngster, which begs the question of whether the baby can distinguish between staring into space and at her.
It crushed my heart to look at my grandbaby and see that, and that was my first time seeing it.
Oh, God.
And it did. It crushed my heart a little bit. It did. But I love all my kids no matter what I told you, whether they slow, need a helmet, whether they got nappy hair, whether they short, funny looking. I love all my grandkids, but I ain't gonna lie. My first initial thought when I saw him in that restaurant, it crushed me. And for her to say she wanted to stomp me out, girl, I can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked in his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt, genuinely hurt. But you know what I said? You know what? That's okay. That's okay. If he can laugh and he can cry and he can smile, he can still be a joy in this world.
Instead of letting this vulnerable baby stay with his mother, who is denying that her child is obviously in need of medical attention, support is being sought so that he can get the care he needs.
So it's been confirmed that Chrisean Jr. is in fact blind in both eyes. And that was confirmed by Clarissa, Blueface's mom. And I'm telling you, I had to go back and watch the video till when they was in a restaurant because that's the first thing my mind went to. They was in a restaurant and Chrisean was trying to like feed him mashed potatoes, and he wasn't like grabbing for the spoon. He wasn't even opening up his mouth, and it makes sense now because he could not see anything. Like, it all makes sense. He wasn't even really blinking. Like, he was just straight staring into the distance. And it's just sad. Like, we all knew like something was wrong. Even though she did confirm some type of syndrome that causes him to like cry like he's a cat. They did confirm that. At least Clarissa confirmed that. I don't remember Chrisean confirming anything like that. But man, I mean, like, my heart really goes out to this little boy because his mom was definitely smoking and drinking while she was pregnant. And we all seen her on Blueface and Chrisean little TV show. We seen her on the Bad Girls Club. We seen her out in the club.
You must now express your opinions regarding Chrisean Jr. and his negligent parents, since we have discussed them as much as possible. Until the next one, see you. She refuses to acknowledge that the baby's eyes are fetus-like, unblinking, wide-set, and distant. He needs physical therapy to improve his range of movement. She has to be rehabilitated because she is a poor mother. She thinks his problem would go away as he gets older, but she's wrong.